This year is fantastic for strategy fans and those looking to finally dive into the expansive genre for the first time. That's because nearly a ton of great entries we're excited about are on the way. Whether it's turn-based or real-time, 4X or city builder, this year is chock full of great-looking titles that fall under the strategy umbrella. So in this list, I'll highlight the new upcoming strategy games releasing on Steam, PlayStation and Xbox platforms of 2024. Discover a city survival game set 30 years after an apocalyptic blizzard ravaged Earth, transforming our world into a harsh, icy wasteland. In Frostpunk 2, you must face a new deadly threat that appears on the horizon: human nature and its unsatiated thirst for power. Age of Mythology, Retold is a revamped version of a classical RTS set in the antiquated period, where gods, monsters and humans collide. The game features 4 playable civilizations. Homeworld 3 is a third installment of the popular sci-fi RTS series set in space. Assume control and battle through fleet combat in dazzling, fully 3D space, while the award-winning story unfolds on a galactic scale.
We have been tasked with finishing Karen Sajet and the 5th Fleet's mission. Discover the source of the anomaly and stop it once and for all. I know we were expecting a simple shakedown cruise.
Proximity alert, control enemy strike craft and weapons.
Many of you are feeling overwhelmed, doubting yourselves.
Confirmed. We've got incoming. They have us seen multiple launches. Tracking lock covered. They're all over.
Ask yourselves this, fleet. Who would follow a course laid by doubt? When we already have the finest navigator of our generation. I have no doubt. We will succeed. Whatever it takes to complete the mission.
Enemy strike craft coming in fast. Pick your targets. Split.
Close rank too high.
Break. Good hit.
Manor Lords, a most anticipated medieval strategy game featuring in-depth city building, large-scale tactical battles, and complex economic and social simulations. Rule your lands as a medieval lord. The seasons pass, the weather changes, and cities rise and fall.
We need more workers here.
The map in Manor Lords is divided into regions. Each region has its own resources, as well as a development tree. When you upgrade the residential buildings in the region, you get development points, which you can spend to unlock new development branches. This means that different regions may specialize in different things. Some may be more optimized for farming, some for mining, and some will process the resources to make expensive goods, like shoes or clothing. Depending on the optimization of your production chains, the price of the goods will change, affecting the market attractiveness. Free merchants will travel more frequently to towns that have rare and more affordable goods. These merchants are the only way to get wealth in the game. Lord's treasury, however, is split from the regional wealth. As the lord or lady, you must tax your towns and villages in order to get money for your personal endeavors. There are different taxes giving various benefits. For example, the tithe goes straight to the church, but in return, the church gives you influence. Every so often, the king gives out valuable rewards to the most influential lords on the map, including new territories. You can compliment or insult other lords via the diplomacy system to affect their influence. The recruitment system in Manor Lords has been redesigned after some community feedback. It is now divided into 3 unit categories. First type of recruits are the peasant militia. You can call to arms the peasants from your villages. They grab whatever improvised weapons they have and join the fight.
War is coming!
This will hit your economy, and you'll need at least a couple of villages to form an army. If you want better militia, you must train them at the training camp or the archery range. The second type of recruits are mercenaries. They cost silver and a lot of it. The last type is Lord's Retinue. This is a limited, heavily armored unit that you can customize to your liking.
Commandos Origins is the 4th mainline installment in an iconic series of real-time tactical strategy games. And to the days where the Jack O'Hara, the Green Beret, and his 5 companions met to form the infamous unit sent to complete missions which no others would dare to accept.
It didn't take long until things went sideways and all hell broke loose. Sure, the odds were stacked against us, but you know, we made it out.
And what was this special unit formed for?
You know, the too risky for the ranks covert stuff. Strategic targets behind enemy lines, extreme climates, you know the drill. When no one thought it was possible, we went in and we got it done. Only a few have the guts to dance in the lion's den, but those that do, you can trust them with your life.
We don't know where he came from, but I'll tell you, he built our village into a city. He's the one who trained our army, who grew us into an empire. I don't know where he's from, but if you think you can stop him, you're already dead.
Stormgate is a free-to-play next-gen real-time strategy game set in a new science fantasy universe. Take on the campaign alone or cooperatively, play casual and competitive PvP and co-op modes online, or get creative in the editor. Welcome to the future of RTS. City of Atlantis is an isometric city-building survival game set in the world of the mythical land of Atlantis. According to legend, the city far surpassed other nations in terms of scientific, military, and economic advancement. Republic of Pirates is a Polish RTS set during the golden age of piracy in the Caribbean. Create a resource-based economy, engage in real-time naval combat, and navigate diplomatic relationships with the rival powers. Railway Corporation 2 is an economic strategy in which we manage the railway company in the 20th century. We have to lay tracks, buy and improve trains, as well as establish and develop towns whose nature will harmonize with the main transport business. Viking City Builder is a classical city building game with elements of a real-time strategy sparked on top. Make a new place to live for your Viking brothers and sisters, build homes, longhouses, boating houses, ritual houses, and many more constructions from the era. Send your people to work or hunt for food in the wilderness. Sea Power Naval Combat in the Missile Age is a strategy game from the Triassic Game Studio. Use your advanced naval weaponry and sensors to respect rules of engagement and defeat the enemy forces in a tense fight for initiative and air or naval supremacy. Cataclismo is a mix of real-time strategy and tower defense from the creators of Moonlighter. Defend the last bastion of humanity in a ruined world, building fortresses brick by brick to fend off waves of horrors. Withstand the siege and rise above the haze in a story of hope, resilience, and community.
We grew strong. We built new homes, tamed this land of mist, and we survived. They broke us once, but I see no broken souls today. I see a people carved from stone. And with this stone,
Tempest Rising is a sci-fi RTS inspired by the Command and Conquer series. We find ourselves in the middle of a conflict between three factions, with control of Earth at stake.
On their way to you. Pull that base apart.
We've discovered a strange property. On a large scale, the event could be catastrophic. Get me one of these missiles, Commander.
Broken Arrow is a large-scale real-time modern warfare tactics game. A unique army building system and deep units customization tools allow for endless replayability. With 200+ realistic military units and technologies, each battle is more immersive than ever before. Front is a classics RTS with elements of grand strategy, procedural world, and non-linear campaign. The action takes place on a planet devastated by many wars and upheavals, where, under a thick layer of soot and concrete, buried remnants of humanity's former might.
X4 is all about
Embark on an unprecedented space odyssey with X4 Timelines, the latest addition to the X4 universe.
Factions at war with each other, exploring the universe, maybe while following one of our storylines, enjoying the growth from a single ship to a full-blown empire. Until now, X4 Timelines introduces a completely new game mode with many short scenarios to play and replay, whether pure tests of skill or experiences involving legendary moments from the history of the X universe. These scenarios all seem to serve a common purpose, a goal pursued by a mysterious power. Who has such power? Why are they doing this? I'm not going to answer that today. What I will tell you is that it will unlock rewards in the X4 Foundation's universe mode, including some very special and historic assets. X4 timelines will take you on an unforgettable journey through space and time. Prepare to embark on this exciting new voyage in 2024.
D.O.R.F. Real-Time Strategic Conflict is an RTS and a tribute of sorts to iconic real-time strategies from the 1990s. It is set in an alternate future, having us to play as one of 3 factions during a world war. Task Force Admiral is a strategy game set in World War II. We play the role of the Admiral in charge of the Pacific Sea and Air Force. First person or God's Eye, you lead your fleet and planes right from the center of the battle.
Enemy fire at 12 o'clock. They're everywhere. Under attack. Somebody get them off of us.
Anvil Empires is a massively multiplayer game where thousands of players work together to build empires, wage war, and conquer in a persistent online world. Create your own nation in Millennia, a historical turn-based 4X game that challenges your strategic prowess across 10,000 years of history, from the dawn of humanity to our possible futures.
Push boundaries outside of what actually happened.
In a way that hasn't been done in other 4X games.
What if we have alien visitors? How is that going to affect history?
The ability to take it off the rails.
What if steam power was viable for real technologies?
Balloons and zeppelins and steampunk.
What if we have to fight off this evil rogue AI?
I think a history buff could get excited about the alternate takes on history.
One of the main things that sets Millennia off are the variant ages, which changes how the timeline goes every time you play.
You could go into a crisis age, like the Age of Blood, and immediately see impact all across the map.
We are showing so much at any given time in a much stronger way than other games tend to do.
We also have our deep economic model with the goods.
You can cut that tree down and make logs, but you could also take that tree and turn it into paper,
which can be used to make books and religious texts.
It always feels like there's something new going on in Millennia.
It's been really rewarding to see players get into ages for the first time.
When we hear somebody talking about their experience in the game.
I got into the Age of Revolutions, and all these rebels appeared out of nowhere.
And that's exactly what we're trying to build. We bring in experience and knowledge of how to create great games.
The only way that we know how to build games is to build games that we love to play.
Each game will be unique.
It makes replays a lot of fun.
It's not infinitely replayable, but I did the math, and it's a really high number.
Players are defining the ages. They're shaping the course of history. That's what Millennia is.
Citadelum is a city builder set in legendary ancient Rome. Build your own settlement, gather resources, and evolve it into a magnificent city. Explore the world, trade, and lead your mighty legions in epic tactical battles. In this Roman Triumph strategy city builder, you must build a thriving city from the ground up, manage resources, your people, please the gods, and survive against a plethora of mythological threats. The third big expansion for the best-selling strategy from Paradox Interactive. Crusader Kings 3, Roads to Power, focuses on the Byzantium Empire and introduces new ways of ruling the lands, new social advancements, and lifestyles for those without any land of their own.
Steel and jubilant crowds. My name shall be sung across the realm and beyond, as my legend will be etched to the bedrock of history. Yet whispers speak of a shadow, an enemy, far beyond my reach.
My king, your words will linger in these empty halls, and from your fall, my new kingdom shall rise.
From the ashes of war, cities rise as beacons of progress and power. Navigate the shifting tides of alliances and ideologies in a world torn by perpetual conflict. Forge the engines of progress through intricate production chains, shaping the destiny of nations. Efficient logistics, the lifeline of empire, connecting resources to front lines in the theater of war. Every decision echoes through history, shaping the fate of nations. Choose wisely, for the world watches.